The difficult part is keeping the boat straight. It's difficult to get the motion, but once you get a hang of it, you are able to do a terrible job. Like I'm doing right now.
Then the tide spit me out as a baby. Though I am naked, I am nude. And as a seed I was buried, but my sepulture was a wound. Now the thousand weights I've carried fall from me as the dew. And all the great I've wasted, this rain's fall still true. I'm singing like a bird. I'm singing like a bird.
Hi, my name is Sandeep Jial and welcome to Vietnam. Right now we are at Ninh Binh and this little girl is really enjoying it because we are getting to ride scooter here. I am on a 10-day tour around Vietnam and I will be going to 4 main places. So stay tuned with me while I take you around this beautiful country with my family. There are very few towns or cities that could be called paradise, and I guess Ninh Binh comes very close. It's really quiet, even though it's a town, a small city, but it's really beautiful. The roads are almost empty. Looks like that it's a very unique town. Arriving in Ninh Binh felt like a breath of fresh air. The countryside, the open roads, and the quiet pace were a stark contrast to Hanoi's busy streets. I couldn't be more excited. But first, we're heading to Dragon's Peak, and I'm hopeful that Solomia will take on the 500 steps all the way to the top. Keep coming, Emma. Go. How do you feel? Tired?
Not great.
Not great, okay.
I want to go back down.
And just like that, Solomia's very first hike led her all the way to Dragon's Peak. A steep hike, but she did it. And I know she's gonna remind me of it for days to come. From here on, the journey only gets more exciting. We carry images in our minds, but when reality arrives, it can surprise us. Ninh Binh was beyond every expectation I had. The highlight is not just the boat rides, but also the towering limestone casts, the river networks, the hidden grottos, and the ancient temples and pagodas. The Trangan boat ride is pure calm. The river is almost still, broken only by the sound of oars in the water. The winding river, mountains, and forests fill your ears with sounds of silence. And then comes the surprise. The boats slip beneath the mountain caves, where the time feels suspended. Inside, the caves reveal another world, quiet, hidden, and surreal. As the boat drifts further, hidden among the cliffs and forests are ancient temples and pagodas, places that feel untouched by time. The stone-floored courtyards, framed by temples and pagodas on three sides, are quietly tucked under the shade of old trees. Incense-filled air and the stillness makes you want to pause. The stone steps, ornate roofs curling at the edges, detailed with dragons, and the tiles laid in dark slate. Each design carries a spiritual meaning. Simple, yet so graceful. These places remind you that peace can be found not just in nature, but in places people built to connect with it. Beyond the boat journey, many pagodas are accessible by road, often built at the base of limestone cliffs with elaborated entrance gates. The wooden doors and windows with carvings are small and simple. Turtles and cranes often appear in the carvings and statues. Cranes standing on turtles, symbolizing balance of heaven and earth. In this quiet setting, every element feels deliberate, each carrying with it timeless echoes. So after a tiring day today, we are having hot pot, a lot of meat and a lot of green veggies. Also seafood, tofu, and we've got some noodles to go with it. The smell feels really fresh. All the meats, noodles, and to add some veggies also. It's gonna be good. Just a hint of this soya sauce. Oh, it's hot.
I'm feeding the fish. They're coming next to me.
I know. Go. Feed.
Solomia really took to the scooter rides, and Vietnam is the perfect place for it. She especially fell in love with the colorful little helmets for kids, and cruising along the Da Nang coastline all the way to Hoi An became a ride to remember. The ancient town feels almost unreal. Every home turned into a cafe, a trinket shop, or a lantern display. Narrow alleys open into hidden courtyards, where the walls are painted in faded yellows and time seems to stand still. Old monuments and assembly halls stand quietly between the shops, reminders of Chinese and Japanese merchants who once thrived here. And as evening falls, thousands of lanterns light up the streets. Their glow reflected in the river that runs through town, adding calm to the otherwise busy rhythm of its streets. And if there's one thing that makes the experience even better, it's the food. Generations old recipes served right on the street, where you sit and eat while watching the lanterns glow and the city flow around you. Banh mi is a straight-up legend in Vietnam's food story. Your day just feels incomplete without grabbing one. Quick, filling, the perfect go-to snack.
Coconut coffee and banh mi. Really good combination.
Too many dishes here that were way too good. But amongst all that, a traditional dessert called sweet black sesame soup really stole my heart.
So this is the sweet black sesame soup, and it's quite special, and the recipe has been passed on to him from his ancestors. So this used to be a very famous thing in the Hoi An court in the 17th and 19th century. And the ingredients for this is of course sesame seeds, and for the sweetness he's using sweet potato. There are no added sugars, and then there is one green vegetable as well that he uses in making this.
Some cucumbers, some veggie, then goes this, and then roll. So remove this, pull, and then you eat.
How is it?
Really good.
Hoi An had a lot to offer, from coconut boat rides that literally take you for a spin to watching children run across the fields flying colorful Zua Hat Hin, cartoon kites dancing over the open sky. And then there were the cafes. This has to be one of the best places for coffee. Egg coffee, bak siu, salted coffee, coconut coffee. Flavors so rich and unique, they stay with you long after you leave.
Smoothie drink.
The cafes here aren't just aesthetically beautiful. They serve coffee with depth, variety, and character. The kind that almost ruins your regular cup of coffee forever.
I mean, mind blown. That was really good.
Some cities you explore and some you just settle into. Da Nang felt like the second, and honestly, it felt very different from everything we had seen so far. Da Nang sits perfectly in spitting distance of beach and the mountains. The city itself feels calm. No chaos, no rush. Just a very smooth, easy pace of life.
And then it has beautiful long unbroken coastline, wide roads, beautiful beaches with a whole backdrop of mountains filled with forests. A perfect place to slow down and relax. One of the highlights definitely is a day trip to Bana Hills. Cooler air, misty views, and a long cable car ride that slowly lifts you above the valleys below and into the fairylands right along the clouds. At the top, it feels like a different world. Medieval style castles, cool weather, and wonderful rides. A great place to spend the day if you are traveling with family. A 20-minute ride along the coastline brings you to the Lady Buddha statue at Lenong Pagoda, believed to be the god of Da Nang against the sea storms. It is perfectly perched atop a hill overlooking eastern seas, a place of peace, calm, and beauty all at one wonderful spot. By the end of it, Da Nang felt like one of those cities where you can just exist. No pressure to rush, just enjoy the moment. But we also realized we needed more time at the beach. So the journey continues. We planned to take a trip down to far south of Vietnam, Phu Quoc, the Pearl Island in the Gulf of Thailand known for its scenic views, cable cars, amusement parks, and a tropical destination of beautiful white sand beaches.